Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
So welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us a thumbie. They are free. So here at Manfa's Makes, every Friday we do a crochet catch up, and what that means is we fill you in on all the crochet that has happened in the past week. Now, there isn't a lot from either of us, and there are some very good reasons as to why. Our first batch of crochet time was Tile of the Week, which you would have seen yesterday, and if you haven't, head over and catch yesterday's video because you will then see what that bit of crochet was. Then I had to try and get the next section of my 3 in Glasses cowl caught up for 2 shawls. I managed to get one caught up and the other one was 6 rows lacking, but I will catch that up and endeavour to do the next part for the next date that we will be showing that. So you will have already seen that on Wednesday. So if you haven't already seen it, go back and watch Wednesday's video. And then the rest of the time I will show you what I've been doing, but it's not been a lot because most of my crochet this week has been for other segments on the channel. Mike has also had a works do, so he had a whole evening where he couldn't get anything done. There has been
2 days to finish the last row of the shawl.
Yep, there has been other background family, what I'm going to call nonsense, for us to deal with. It's just adulting and life. It's just easier to call it nonsense. And it's been a pretty tough week for me, and I don't think it's going to let up anytime soon, but I'm going to do what Dory in Finding Nemo does and just keep swimming, and I'm going to do that, and I'm still going to bring you daily content because I am not going to be dragged down. Anyway, so what did I get done? So both of us Tile of the Week, me 2 Bella Vita shawls-ish, not fully, but the next bit. And this. It's been a very shawl heavy week for Manfa. This one has been a right pain in my rear end. Not the pattern. Pattern's gorgeous. Not, well, I was going to say not the yarn. What I mean by that is the yarn is lovely to work with. It doesn't split. It glides off the hook. It works up super lovely. However, the cake that I am using has got to be a dud because I am only 1/3 of the way into the cake, maybe 2. No, not 2/3. I'm only a little way into the cake. I'm nowhere near the end of the cake, and I have found at least 10 factory knots, and every time the colour shifts, it brings out a massive clump of yarn bath, and as soon as I try and ease it and loosen it, it just magically inside that clump goes, sort that out. So this has been picked up, put in time out, picked up, put in time out, picked up, put in time out, and at this present moment in time it is very much in time out because I do not have very much patience when it comes to physical yarn bath from yarn cakes. I ain't having it. Can't do it. Mike said he'll have a go for me because Mike is good like that. He knows I need to get my project done and I have not got the time or the patience to do it, and I've just snagged a stitch just to make things even worse. Brilliant. Okay. What was supposed to be a really nice, simple, quick make is not. So I am making, let's go back to the start. Erin, Crafting Kitty, hello if you're watching, is doing the Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight June 2023, and the designer she is spotlighting for June is the beautiful Ursula over at OM Granny Square here on YouTube. I am making the beautiful Friend Crochet Triangular Shawl. I will link down below where you can get this from Ravelry. OM Granny Square goes under Ursula Wood on Ravelry. Please do go and check out all of her beautiful patterns because this is not the first pattern I've made from Ursula. This is my third pattern that I have made from Ursula, and I have loved every single one. She writes it beautifully, it's easy to understand, the end result is stunning. I cannot recommend them highly enough, and because she is a fellow YouTube content creator, go spread the yarny love. If you've got a few pennies and you're looking for a new, really lovely pattern, then Ursula Wood is somebody that I would highly, highly recommend. And then also check out some of her content, guys. Go to some of her lives. They are a lot of fun. So it is not the fault of the pattern at all. It's not really the fault of me, other than the fact that I haven't got one of those lycra spandexy cake cozies. And I need to get one because I cannot deal with this again. I've said to Mike, I'm never using this yarn again until we've got one of those. Some people call them yarn condoms or cake condoms. You know, one of the keeps them all together. So I've got a grand total of 2 rows. That's it. 2 rows this week, because most of the time it's been trying to detangle yarn. Detangle? Untangle? Untangle. So, here we go. Oh, of course. There we go. Oh, no. I was right the first time. See, this is going so swimmingly. I don't think this shawl wants me to make it. And I don't know why, because it's beautiful. So there it is. And where that red stitch marker is where I was last week. So I have got a paltry 2 rows done, guys. That is literally it. It's not even worth showing, to be honest. But it's pretty much all I've got, and I'll explain that in a minute as well. So if you don't know Erin over at Crafting Kitty, why not? You are missing out on a fabulous, fabulous channel. There is so much fun over there. I can't even begin to tell you. Her family is beautiful. Her content is great. Everything from yarn hauls. She's doing things we're making Thursday. She's doing Fridays with Fred. She does her weekly roundup. Sorry, that was a really bad impression, Erin, but I hope you got a giggle. Where she does what we're doing now and catches you up on everything she's managed to do. And with the fact that she's got 2 youngsters, way younger than our kids, and gets so much done in a week, I really don't know how she does it. I say every week, you're phenomenal, and I think she is secretly a superhero. You know, like Batman at night, nobody really knows what he does, you know, and Spider-Man and all of them, you know, in the darkness of night they put on their outfit and go and save the world. Well, Erin at night puts on her superhero outfit and knocks out about 10 projects a week. Crazy. Amazing. But I don't know how she does it. I want her abilities. I want her superpowers. When I grow up, I want to be Erin. So there we go. Not even worth showing you, really. But I am. So go and check Erin out. She will, of course, be announcing July's Create a Spotlight person at the end of this week, I believe. So you can jump on board with that. And you're allowed up to 3 entries. You go on a list. And then she randomly picks people to win beautiful giveaways. And one of the prizes you win is one of the Spotlight designers' patterns that she herself crocheted, so you get a little bit of Erin love in crochet form, actually made and usable, which is fabulous. And one day I will own an Erin original, so I'm trying. But look, see, what am I supposed to do with that? It makes me very sad, and it makes me very angry in equal measure. So we're going to tuck it back up in its bag. And then Mike is going to probably spend the next bazillion hours untangling it for me because he loves me. And I am using the Hobie Twister. Now, I'm not saying every Hobie Twister is going to be like that because this is the first one I have ever used. I've got 2 others on my shelf. When I get around to it, it will be interesting to see if they do the same thing, behave in the same manner, have the same amount of factory knots. But until I get to that point, guys, I don't know whether this is a common theme with twisters or whether it is just I was unlucky to get a bad cake. So The jury is out, but Manfa is not happy with it and it's gone in timeout. And hopefully Mike's going to put on his superhero outfit and save the day with it, because this should have been done ages ago.
I will certainly try.
And it's not. So check out Erin, please, at Crafting Kitty, and check out the beautiful Ursula OM Granny Square as well. 2 amazing channels that could really help brighten your day, give you content that you absolutely adore to watch, especially little Chompses and Bingos. They're doing farming. They've got their own little garden where they've planted seeds and they're growing veggies and flowers, and it's so cute when they show us their farm. So yeah, please do. Oh, and for that shawl, I'm using my 4.5 dots. And the more I use these hooks, the more and more I'm falling in love with them. So they are almost on an even par with Clover. Not quite. Clover still pips them to the post just a little bit. But yeah, like I said, check my friends out below. They've always got so much going on their channels, and Erin doesn't just do giveaways for the Crafting Kitty Create Spotlight. She does a lot of hidden giveaways as well. She's so generous. I wish that she could be one of my real life 3D friends, not just one of my YouTube friends, but she lives in America and I live in the UK, so, but that's okay. We have YouTube, which is amazing. Right, so because I only had 2 rows of that shawl to show you today, because like I said, the other crochet was for other segments, while Mike was out schmoozing and whining and dining last night, I got my hooker flying. And you may have seen the yarn haul video that I put up on Tuesday. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. There's a lot of that in tonight's episode. See all the previous videos this week. Then some of this might make sense.
Go right back to the beginning. Play them all. Why not?
You would have seen that I got a haul from the Knitting Network, and it was 3 different mystery boxes. Still the most amazing boxes I have ever had, and one of the best yarny deals I have managed to get my hands on in a very long time. So I'm super, super happy. Well, it's still sitting in its boxes because I haven't done what I was going to say I was going to do with this yet, because I haven't had the time. So I thought, rather than having to put it away, why don't I use some of it? I get to play with my new yarn, right? So I did. I picked up one of the Urban Prince DK, which is 50 grams, approximately 100 meters or 109 yards, 85% cotton, 15% polyester, made under license in Turkey. Recommends a 4mm knitting needle. It's the Knitting Network, so they don't give crochet hook recommendations. Sorry about that. Machine washable up to 30 degrees Celsius, medium iron, dry clean, dry flat, do not bleach. And it was in the colour New York that I chose. I have this much left of 150 gram little ball. What did I make? It's not that exciting, guys, but I made myself a washcloth, because we call washcloths here flannels. It's a flannel. And I started living in this house with probably about 12 flannels, and every time I need a flannel I can't find one, or there are 2 right at the bottom of the box that we keep it in, and they're grey and black and just like meh colours. So I thought, perfect opportunity, use some of my cotton and make myself a very pretty flannel all of my own. Now, all I did was I chained 40, and then I did the lemon peel stitch backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, until I got it to the size that I wanted. And then I went round the edge with 1 row of half double crochet, and I put 3 in the corners so that there wasn't, you know, the puckering and the ruching. It gave it room, you know, to be nice and neat on the edges. And that is literally it. It's not a pattern. It's just using a stitch that I recently found through Litza at Coco's Crochet. I've fallen in love with the stitch a little bit, so I made myself a washcloth out of it. And because the yarn is variegated, it kind of it kind of makes its own patterning within the yarn, but it is super pretty. Now my camera is not picking up the colours very well at all, so I might take a picture of it and pop it on my community tab so you can actually see the true colours in it, because there's greens and blues and whites and purples. It is actually very, very pretty, and it's in the colourway New York, but to me it reminds me of like a flower meadow or like wildflowers or something. It's very, very cute, and if I take a nice enough picture you'll get to see the lemon peel a bit better as well. So I made one this size and I had that much left, so I am calling that done. And then today my little boy Max wanted to play with a few of his mates down the park for an hour after school, so I went prepared. I packed myself up a little notions pouch, for those that haven't been here. It was a slip of the tongue in a few videos and it's just stuck. I packed myself up a lovely little notions pouch, and I put another skein of the Elements Urban Prints UK, but I picked up one of the Paris ones, which is pinks and greys and whites. And I love pink, grey and white together. It's one of my favourite colour combo. All the same stats as the other one, but I made it slightly smaller. Exactly the same as the big one. Instead of chaining 40, I chained 30. And I made a smaller one in the pink and the grey in the lemon peel stitch. So I now have two, a big one and a smaller one. And I am going to see if I can get a second one the same size as this. So I've got two this size and one that size. I'm kind of doing an experiment without it being a have you ever wondered. This is just a Manfa thing. And like I said, 2 measly rows on a shawl would be all I had to show you if I didn't quickly whip up these for today. So not very exciting, but that is what I have to show you. And like I said, I'll take a picture of these so you get a better look at the colourways and how the stitch played out. And that's literally all Manfa has achieved. So sorry guys, but that's a lot. Over to you.
Right, well, as you know, if you've been here a while, I've been doing a Feelin fancy shawl, which is a pattern created and thought of by obsessive crochet lady Amanda.
You said it right.
It is one of the best shawl patterns I've ever made. There isn't many that I've made, but I love it. It's very beginner friendly and it's very affordable at $4.50.
Yes.
And it's also now on Ravelry.
It's now available on Ravelry, guys. You need to find her at Amanda Carlisle. I will put the Ravelry link, and I will also still put the email address if you haven't got Ravelry, so you can get hold of her via email to get a copy of the pattern.
And it's very beautiful. But last time I showed it, I only had one row left to do. But this row is huge. So it took me 2 days to do this row. Then I went out smoozing customers. And then it's today that we're filming. So
this was done before we went out schmoozing. That's why he could go. No, I'm joking. He would have gone out schmoozing anyway. It's not like, you're not going until you finish the shawl. Not like that. It was done when? Monday night? Must have been Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday.
I think it's that way.
No.
Oh, it's not that way. But I have finished the bottom.
It's
the
finished!
The Feelin fancy shawl is lovely and curly.
It's an FO. Mike's got an FO.
And it's massive. And there will be a picture on Manfa's community tab of me sporting this one.
Oh, will there?
There will.
Oh, clearly Mike wants to do a fashion show tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So it's finished. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What yarn did you use? What hook did you use?
I used the Sultan Deluxe Shine.
Yep.
I used the Clover Amore 4mm.
Yep.
I would recommend highly that you use this yarn because it was amazing. Although it did do the bar thing.
You not got the ball band?
Can
you remember what colour it is?
No, there's no colour.
No colour number.
Oh no, I don't.
I'll put it in the description box.
Yeah, but I highly recommend using that yarn. Although it barfs like your twister,
not as bad.
It's so much easier to untangle.
And you would think it would be the other way around because his has got sparkle in it and mine doesn't. But no,
mine feels a little bit more silky than yours though. So maybe that's got something to do with it, but
I don't know. But he got an FO. He finished the shawl, guys. So he'll be getting out his heel and coo again, which is very exciting.
Not tonight though.
No, because he's sorting out my yarn.
Because I'm sorting out yarn bar.
Because he loves me. I forgot to tell you what hook I used on these. These are a DK or a lightweight 3. And I went to an itty bitty 3.5 clover. But it made a nice, tight, neat stitch, which is absolutely gorgeous. And just to show you, the 40 chain and the 30 chain, the size difference. I mean, you could block them to make them more square, but guys, I'm going to use them to scrub my face. I don't think I need to block a wash cloth. So, you know, and I'm not holding them completely square either. But that is the difference between 30 chain start and a 40 chain start, which is actually quite significant. So, yes, 3.5 mil hook and a DK weight cotton polyester blend.
Yeah, let's put this Feelin fancy shawl away.
So now I can go and put those up in the bathroom for me.
So it doesn't get any more hairy than it is because of our pets.
Yes, and that is going to be a hug for one of our dear lovely friends. And I will make sure that it is washed and dried and blocked if necessary and before it's gifted. We have to be careful with spray. We have got a few friends that have breathing difficulties and spray will upset that. So we will have to double check whether we're going to put our fragrance on it or not.
Okay.
A couple of people that have received wearables or crochet stuff from us, we have sprayed with a lovely scent because we don't have tumble dryer sheets. We can buy them, but we don't actually have them. So I sprayed them with something lovely and it's been really well received and it's kind of become our signature smell that we put on our crochet items. But it came to my attention that people with allergies and breathing difficulties may not actually receive that very well. So from now on, which is great because it hasn't happened so far, from now on we will check who is eligible for the scented spray and who isn't, but it will definitely be washed and dried and possibly blocked if it needs before gifting. I know you won't block it, but I will. You know I will.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, we'll see.
It really doesn't.
Not now, but when it comes out of the washing machine, it just might because it goes in the washing machine.
Right.
So if it needs it, I will do it. Anyway, that is it, guys. That is literally it until next week. Don't forget, you're seeing this on Friday, to come to Christina, Bella and Janetto's house tonight at 3 p.m. Eastern because it is her podiversary and I'm going to be up on panel celebrating with her and having all the fun. So if you want to come to a party, please head over to Christina's house and it will be lovely to see you there. Tomorrow there will be giveaway winnings video from me, because I was lucky enough to win somebody's giveaway, and then it will be our live as usual tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Eastern. So a lot to come tonight and tomorrow. Please remember that there is always daily content here at Manfa's Makes, and please keep sharing us out. We are getting ever closer to our 1.5k, and when we do get there, you know that there is a big giveaway prize on offer. So we would be extremely grateful, and Max is still asking every day, can I give away the yarn yet, Mum? Can I give away the yarn yet, Mum? And I'm like, no, darling, not yet. No, darling, not yet. But it's getting very old. So if we could make Max's day sometime soon, that would be brilliant. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your time. Thank you in advance for saving my shawl pattern. And we will leave it there for today. So until we see you tomorrow.
Stay safe.
Tonight at Christina's, sorry.
Stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Get some good quality crafting time in.
We will see you in the next one.
Or around the YouTube streets.
Bye, guys. Love ya.